Hello, everybody. I'm Marissa Diaz. That intro is always so upbeating. I'm behind here doing some karate moves back here. You probably don't want to see it, and trying to fix my hair and all the fun things. But it's not about me. It's today. It's about here he is. Look how excited he is, friends. I asked him to do a little sound check. Sound check. You know what he said? Joey's funny because he just will sit and just laugh at me. He'll come in and he'll see me like scream at my computer or something. He just is like, "You okay?" And I'm like, maybe. I don't know, friends, maybe. But he's always a very calm spirit. He's a very calm spirit to me, so I appreciate him just being like, he's so easy. You're just so easygoing. I think is like a very.
Well, it's funny because that's kind of the opposite of my old reputation.
Really?
When I was in the oil field, I was the person that normally went too far.
Oh. Okay.
People pull me aside more than once and tell me that I was a bully and I cussed too much.
Well, when you curse, it's a sign of intelligence. So that's what you should have told him. You should have been like, well, that means I'm really intelligent. Okay, let's back it up because you guys already know a little bit about Joey. So, Joey, where are you from?
I'm born and raised in Marshall, Texas.
Okay, so about 45 minutes from the station.
Yeah.
Not too bad.
Oh, that's not bad at all.
Okay, well, let me tell everybody, our friends here. Actually, Joey first applied to Creative Services. Yeah. And then they did something back there, and then they said, hey, he's got some writing skills and that kind of thing. He may be a good fit for your team. And then I called Joey, and and I always ask him, do you have any regrets? I always say, do you want to go back to the other department?
Oh, absolutely not.
I did not pay him to say that, okay? I did not. No, okay, so tell us a little bit about you. So you were born and raised in Marshall.
Yeah, born and raised in Marshall. Kind of had that, I was in that weird gap, like, I don't know where they classify my generation at this point because we were Generation X, and then we were millennials, and now they made some kind of combination of it. But I was born mid '80s. Born and raised in Marshall.
But you were in the oil field business.
Yeah. I was in the oil field for 16 years. I did frack.
Wow.
Did pretty much everything. Started out as an equipment operator, was a supervisor, an engineer. Just most of the stuff you can do out there, I did.
Wow, 16 years is a long time.
Yeah.
Wow. And I'm sure, so there's a huge pay difference between oil field and what we do.
Yeah.
Maybe that's slightly, friends, just slightly. So over those 16 years, I hope you saved a lot.
Not enough.
I know, but okay, so then what happened after that then? Because you went to journalism school.
Yeah, so I always planned on going back to school, but I didn't really know when, and it just I was at the point where I was burnt out with the oil field. I was just miserable.
Yeah.
I go out of town for a 2-week rotation, and by the end of the first week, my attitude is bad. Everybody can tell. There were people that wouldn't talk to me until they would call on the radio and ask somebody else if I'd had my coffee yet, because if I hadn't, then there was no telling what I might say to people.
Oh,
and
wow.
It was just like, this isn't me.
Yeah.
And I had to get away from it.
Yeah. So you went to journalism school?
Yeah, I went to Full Sail Online, so I was doing, 70, 80 hours a week in the oil field and going to school online. And
wow, you're crazy.
Did that in a year and a half and graduated last summer, or 2.5 years.
Wow.
And graduated last summer and started working for you in April.
Yes. Wow. Quite the adventure.
It's been interesting.
So, yeah, oil field to journalism to now working with the crazy team. Again, I'm like, you don't have any regrets, right?
Nope.
Like, no.
None at all.
Okay. I mean, you are a very calming spirit, so you should know that because, I mean, he will come into my space and I just will be like, and he'd be like, hi. And I'm like, hi. So he's a very, very calming spirit. What has been the biggest surprise to you, or like, not in a bad way, but just like what, you have people have perception of like news departments, digital teams, newsrooms. Like, what did you think? And then when you came here, has it confirmed something? Has it been like, oh no, it's not like that? Like, what has been a surprise to you?
I think just how much the environment is relaxed kind of surprised me, especially going from the oil field to something like this. I'm going into an office. Everybody's going to be buttoned up all the time, and it's a lot more loose and a lot more fun than I expected.
Yeah. Well, I have a wig in my printer area, and when I get stressed out, I put the wig on just so I could breathe in and breathe out.
A very silver wig.
I should wear it one day. Very silver wig. It's not combed. It's just a hot mess. It's like, I mean, basically it looks like this hair, but just silver because I'm I want y'all to know, this is like I'm landing a plane with a headband on. It's very difficult. I should have turned the camera on because Joey sat here for a hot minute while I did that and tried to look at anyways, the wig is a calming wig. But yes, you're right. You do think of it like to be very stringent. And then you come in here and you're like, okay, they're a little bit cuckoo-luckoo.
Yeah. I know I can't be Oilfield Joey. I can probably never be him anywhere else, but I can bring a little bit more of...
He's very serious.
That was kind of my reputation out there too, but that's just kind of... I love having fun at work, but
you're more serious. You're more serious nature.
I'll have as much fun as I can as long as I know that the work is getting done. And I haven't been doing this long enough, and I'm not good enough at it to just be like, I can have fun all the time.
Yeah, that's true. Some things when you write about it gets you a little bit more nervous than other things, right? Like ribbon cuttings and community service is a little bit more relaxed, but then you start writing and really paying attention to legislation and crime and that kind of thing, you really start feeling like, oh my goodness gracious, like I have to make certain that this thing is as good and with law enforcement and legality, and that becomes a little bit trickier.
It's hard just because knowing that and it's that way in life in general, but knowing that somebody's going to be mad no matter what,
right?
And just I have a bad habit of checking the comments, not my personal comments, because I don't care what people say about that, but comments that people leave, on stories for the station, and it's just, it's ridiculous sometimes, and it's just, you can sit and be completely factual, and you're biased this way or biased the other, and it's like, no, we're just telling you what happened, and it's just kind of
it's hard. It really. So you friends out there in the universe, it really is hard. We really do try to take a very neutral, unbiased stance, right? Just telling you the facts and not have any opinions. But we do eat, live, work in the community where it does affect us, right? Like tax rates or the education, like those things do affect us, and we definitely. There's a lot of stories that I'm just like, right? Like get frustrated, but we can't do that. And I think there's a misperception out in the world, in the universe, that, oh no, they're just fake news, or they're just going left or right. They're biased. And like, we really try. I think that for me is almost like when people ask like, oh, you work in news? And like, yes. And they're like, oh. And I'm like, no. It's not we're like public servants that we have this duty to tell you the truth, even if it's ugly, and it's hard.
And just the idea that it's something that I learned a long time ago. I think it's something that my mom told me, But, well, a couple of things she told me. One was, I will always back you up if you're right. But if I back you up and you're wrong, then I have no credibility. I'm just the person that backs you up no matter what. And when you're right and I back you up, it doesn't mean anything.
Yeah.
And sometimes the person that's telling you what you want to hear is the person that's lying to you. And we have to do better at accepting that. Just the idea that everybody who says something that I don't like is a bad person, or they're lying, or they have some kind of agenda is just, it's really kind of arrogant to me. Like, I'm so smart. I have everything so buttoned up that if you
Right.
disagree with me, you have to be wrong or you have to be lying.
Right.
Like, I'm not that smart.
Well,
and I don't think I know anybody that is that smart to
No, and I think
bestow
that's,
intelligence on other people.
no, and I think like I mean I always like to say like our 10 heads are better than my one head, and if I don't know something, I mean there's a lot of things that I don't know. I can learn from various people. So yes, that is sort of an arrogance to think that I'm a know-it-all, and that doesn't. Yeah. Well, anyways, it's about Joey, not about the politics of a news station. So Joey, what's your favorite color?
Red.
Why is that?
Well, I'm a 49ers fan.
I was going to say, let's get into it.
So I normally wear hats. So I have a lot of red stuff because I have a lot of red hats.
Where's your hat?
I did not wear one today.
Oh, because of this?
I got in a hurry and left it.
Oh.
It
Surprised you don't
wasn't
have
on
a spare
purpose.
one on. I'm surprised you don't have a spare one in your car.
I think I might.
Yeah.
I normally do.
Yeah. So why are you a 49ers fan?
Oh, I grew up, I really started paying attention to football late 80s, early 90s when they were really good. And my mom is a diehard Cowboys hater. She was a Cowboys fan until Jerry Jones bought the team. And the way that he fired Tom Landry, she was just like, nope, I'm done. So I grew up in a house where nobody was a Cowboys fan. And my older brother's a 49ers fan too. So I just kind of jumped along with him, and I've been there ever since.
Wow.
And people will try to say that I'm a bandwagon fan. The first year I ever had a NFL Sunday ticket was the year they went 2-14, and I watched every game. I am loyal, if I'm nothing else.
So fanatic over here. So we're doing a little fantasy football. Where are you in your stance? Because a person that does not know anything about football is number one.
He has the most points this week so far.
This week.
I still have 3 more players left
Okay.
playing tonight, so.
Okay. Well.
This is a pre-recorded episode. This is being taped on a Monday. So I have 3 people playing on Monday Night Football. I've already won this week because I have 3 more people, and I'm in the lead. And my opponent, who I will not name, has nobody left to play. So this week is done for me. But
I need to check my team. How do you check to see what your matchup is? See, I'm not very good at this thing. I should look. Matchup? I don't know. I know I'm playing Colby one day. I don't even know how I do
think
the
he got E.
leagues. I have E?
oh, I think oh, you have E?
No, I don't know.
I don't
See,
know.
I have to look too. I don't know, friends. See, I don't know. I just like to smack talk, I think, is really. Joey, where's your video? Everybody's still putting out these videos, smack talking videos.
Everybody has so far, and
Mine was
I
absolutely
have
ridiculous. We're not sure that.
Some ideas.
Okay. Well, it's all about the smack talking. We did it for fun. We didn't do it for money, so it was all in fun and games until the smack talking and videos come out. But yeah, no, it's fun. Okay, so oil fill journalist, football lover. Do you like any other sports?
Pretty much everything.
Oh.
I'll watch anything. I'm NBA, I'm a Spurs fan. NHL, I'm a Stars fan. Baseball, I am a little bit of a wild card, but I love boxing. I love MMA. I watch soccer.
Oh wow, you're just
anything
sports
comes
all
on,
around.
I'll watch.
Sports. So I do want to tell y'all. So we do this kind of a potluck thing on the team, and Joey brought some delicious barbecue.
I love to cook.
Oh wow! When I tell y'all. Wow. I mean, what was that? It was just like, it was delicious. The seasoning was delicious. Okay, you're not gonna give away.
Yeah, I
your
got to
secret
keep
Joey
some
sauce.
secrets.
Okay.
I can't give it to everybody.
All right, Master J.
Not the millions and millions of people who are going to watch this.
I know, millions. If you want Master J to give you some of his barbecue or any of his other cookings, wow, like that was delicious. That was really good.
Thank you.
Let's see what other dishes you can bring next time.
I have some things.
Okay. All right. Well, I'll be interested to taste them. So, what is your favorite thing to do to wind down when you get home? Your boss is crazy, work is crazy, people are not smart. You get home and you're like, what is that?
It just kind of varies by the day. Sometimes I will just sit on the couch with my dog and play with him and watch TV.
What kind of dog is it?
I don't know.
Oh yeah, I remember that. It's a mix of unknown. What's his name?
Buddy.
Buddy.
A friend's dog got pregnant by a stray, so
Aww.
I had another dog that looked almost just like him that had died a year before or so. And I was just thinking, I'm never getting another dog. And then I saw him and I was, yep, he looks just like my dog Hank that I had before him.
Aww.
So I had to have him, and he's been with me for 3, almost 4 years now.
Really?
I think he hates me sometimes.
Why?
Well, he'll just sit at home while I'm at work, and
do you have a Ring camera on him? Me neither.
But sometimes he'll just look at me like, Dad, where are you going? Especially, I think he knows my work schedule, and he will follow me to the door if I'm going somewhere else. If I'm going to grab something to eat or go to my parents, he will follow me to the door like he wants to go with me.
Does he go with you then?
Every once in a while, sometimes. But if I look at him and say, buddy, I'll be back, he just lays in his spot on the couch and doesn't move. Like, he knows when I'm going to work. And he knows how to open my door too.
Like your bedroom door?
My back door to my deck.
Like, so he can go to the bathroom or whatever?
He's not good enough at it to do it whenever he wants to, but he never tries to go out with it. But when he wants to come in, if I let him outside and he's ready to come in and I haven't gotten up yet, he will jump up on the door and try to paw the lever down to open the door. He's gotten it a few times.
Okay, well, I have pugs, and they're this short, so the legs wouldn't even get to anywhere. Wow. Oh, how cute! I think you showed me a picture of him. Is he like how many pounds is he?
I think he's about 25.
Yeah,
30,
because he's like a smaller breed. Yeah. Oh, puppies. Does he sleep with you?
No. If I'm lazy and fall asleep on the couch, he does.
Yeah.
He doesn't get in the bed. He almost never gets allowed in the bedroom, but
he sneaks
I've been known to fall asleep watching TV on the couch, and I'll wake up and he just snuggled right next to me between the back of the couch and my side.
Cute. So does all your family live in Marshall still?
My parents and one of my mom's sisters, most of my dad's siblings, my sister, my niece, they're all in Marshall.
Okay.
Bunch of cousins, aunts and uncles. My older brother live in Dallas. A few people in Houston. A few people everywhere, but most of the core group is close.
That's good. That's really good. And it's not too far from here, which is good. Yeah. Joey's so funny, though. He's, again, the calm spirits, but yet he knows a lot about sports. A lot about sports.
I wouldn't say a lot, but it was just kind of I always loved everything.
Yeah.
I'm pretty much a nerd about everything. Like, I'm the person that will go down a rabbit hole, and the second I see something interesting, the second I hear something that I find interesting, I will obsess about it and look into every aspect of it. And it's just sports, Star Wars, this random video game, this random book. I'll just something catches my attention. I'm just like, I have to know everything I can learn about it.
Well, I think that's interesting because I think that's a trait on the digital team, actually, because we're like natural investigators, and like we're naturally like, oh, I want to know more about, like, I really wanted to know more about different presidents, and now I'm reading a biography about one of the presidents, and it's 700 pages. Like, I just is like, I think it's like the natural curiosity too, right? Like just kind of digging down the hole. So are you a movie buff fan? Are you entertainment? Do you like film? Like, are you a connoisseur of entertainment?
I am, or I used to be, but I kind of got off track.
Okay.
I was, well, I was saying before with the oil field, most of the time most of the places that I worked, I was doing a 2 week rotation,
Okay.
2 weeks, and then 1 week at home. And those 2 weeks were normally out of town. And it got to a point where it was 14 to 16 hour days most of the time. And so after 2 weeks of not watching anything, I just stopped trying to catch up while I was at home. And I'm years behind on most of stuff, most things. Something will catch my attention and I will binge watch a 8 season show in a week, and then I won't watch anything else.
Yeah. No. I did the same thing with Breaking Bad, and I never finished it. Then I started over again, and I'm like, okay, what am I doing?
Yeah, I did that with Game of Thrones when
Oh,
the last
yeah.
season was about to come out.
Yes.
I heard about it for so long, and I was just like, I'll get to it, and I never did. And about a month before the last season, I was just like, I want to watch the last season, because I was the person that couldn't get involved in the conversation when people were talking about it. So I'm just like, I'm going to be involved with the last season. And then a week and a half, 2 weeks, I watched the first
binger.
7 seasons.
Wow.
And
Binge.
then just for that last season.
Yeah. Bingy. Bingy. Binge. So what do you want people to know about? So I call him J Master, or Joey. I shouldn't call him J Master, but I call him J Master. But Joey, what do you want people to know about Joey? If you had to summarize you in 5 words, what would it be? I have some other questions too, but 5 words.
A guy trying his best.
Oh, okay. Well, that's pretty good in 5 words. A guy trying his best. That's pretty good. Okay, you were stuck on an island. You could only bring 3 things with you on this island. Anything. 3 things.
The biggest box of matches they make.
Okay.
A knife.
Okay.
And some string.
Okay. So I asked your counterpart what he would bring, and the answers were very funny too.
What did he say?
He said his Nintendo Switch, his phone, and what else did he say?
So I'm living longer.
Yeah, yes. He didn't say anything about food or survival. It was phone, Switch, and gosh, what was the other one? We literally just talked about it. I'm going to have to ask him again. Oh, sketchbook. So everything for entertaining himself. But survival and food, never talked about it.
Yeah, I'm trying to stay alive.
Right, exactly. Okay, that's very practical. You're very practical.
Most
You're
of the
very
time.
practical. Yeah, you could just tell by those answers. Very practical. So you said string, matches,
And a knife.
A knife. Okay, well that's interesting. Now I'm gonna ask everybody that question, and we're gonna read into their personality. So that's funny. Okay, well, so you have different beats that when we first talked about, you liked to write about. What has been maybe a surprise, or do you still like these beats that we first talked about in the beginning? Like, what is your favorite things to write about here or to cover?
I like when I get a chance to do some longer form stuff.
Okay.
I like doing community events, and I like going to them. I like covering them, doing voiceovers. Yeah, I love all of that. But when I can take some time and research something or research somebody and give a longer form story, that's really what I like.
Like a profile.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I mean, so we're gonna have some. I have been teasing this, but we're gonna have some new things happening soon. Not only in this space, but here at the station. And I think that is, profiling community members or historians or things like that, I think is interesting because, again, like I said, I'm reading a autobiography on a past president, and it's sort of that thing, right? Digging into the history and the background and why they did what they did. And like, so I think that there could be something there that you can actually do long form that could work in the capacity that we're going to be adventuring into in the near future. See how I tease all that but not really give you any hard concrete information? You're welcome. What else about Joey Johnson do you want? Oh, you know what's so funny? I meant to tell you this, but I'm going to tell all of our friends and millions of friends watching. So I went to my son's back to school, and it was the first time I was at this school, and I was running around like crazy, and it was hot, and I was sweating. And I go, and his first period is PE, physical activity. And I go there, and I'm like, first of all, I don't know where I'm going, okay? Second of all, I go in, and I'm like going to the building. It's the wrong building. I go into the gym, and there's this guy. His back is turned towards me, and I was like, "Are you Coach Johnson?" And he's like, "Yes." And I was like, "I'm sweating. I'm here. You told me to go to the T building. You're not in the T building. Now I'm hot." And he gives me the schedule, and I look down, and it says, "Jonathan Johnson." And I said, "Wait a second." And I literally said, "Okay, you made me sweat. I'm running around. I finally found you. The bell's about to ring. I don't know where I'm going." And he's like, "Hi." And I was like, "Hi." I was like, "Coach Johnson." I was like, "Your first name is Jonathan Johnson?" And he's like, "Yes." And I was like, "And this is also Jonathan Johnson." So I had to like, and I meant to tell you this when that happened. And I said, "Do you go by Joey Johnson?" And he's like, "Yes." And I was like, "Okay, wait, this is weird."
Wait, so there's another
Jonathan Johnson
that
here.
goes by Joey. That's
Yes, but everyone calls him Coach Johnson. I know. So everyone calls him Coach Johnson.
I have to get rid of him.
Well, I was like, dang. Anyways, it was pretty funny.
I had the market cornered on Joey's around here, but for him to also be Joey Johnson, I have to.
Yeah, well, but he really goes by Coach Johnson, so you know. But I looked at the paper and I said, "Huh? Your name's Jonathan Johnson?" He's like, "Yes," and I was like, "Oh, okay."
There can be only one.
That's why I call him Master Rick J. And I don't know where I got that from, but where did I get that from?
What? Well, I don't work night side, but I work evenings 4 days a week, and so I do the majority of the show clipping. So it started with calling me Clip Master J, and then it just turned into Master J. And
that's right. Clip Master J. That's what happened because he was he's a clip master, and then it just formed into nonsensicals. There's a lot of nonsensicals, but we try our best. What else do you want to tell the team, the people of the world, about you and all your? So you don't feel comfortable yet being in the space that you're in, but you and I have talked about doing more and more and more. And we're going to be working on more and more and more soon together. But you will start feeling like you're going to get there. Yeah.
I joke about it a lot, but I might be right when I say that I'm. Excuse me.
Excuse me, production assistants. Can we have some water up in the studio? First of all, we have no production assistants, okay?
I joke about it a lot, but I might be the most self-critical person on the planet. So I'm always just thinking about what I could have done better, what I could do better next time. I will stress myself out about every conversation that I had throughout the day and what I should have said and how I, just everything. But I think it's not terrible. Well, it is, but
are you trying
it
to
helps
be perfect?
Sometimes.
Like, are you like a perfectionist?
Not really.
So
I'm kind of a weird mix because I'm just I'm going all the way or I'm not going at all.
Okay.
And so if I care about something, I have to do it right.
Okay.
But if I don't care, I'll probably just.
So do you replay conversations in your brain?
I pretty much remember conversations word for word, and I will go through them in my head. And
Lord,
I should have said this instead. I'll do that constantly.
Joey, why are you coming into my office and when I have a wig on? You'd be like, he'll come in and not have a wig on. I'm like, do not replay. I'm going to tell you this disclaimer. Do not replay this conversation over in your head because it is a nonsensical conversation that we're about to have. Well, okay, so I can relate because, okay, this is going to sound weird too. I do that with emails. I'll go back in my sent emails and I'll make certain, even though I know like nothing has been said or done and it's just business as usual and no feelings, nobody's feelings were hurt. It was just business. I'll go back and I'll reread what I sent. But I'm like, why do I do that?
Yeah.
Is it because like I'm afraid I didn't say something? Like, is it because I said something? Like, why do I go back and check? And I think it's because it's like I do feel like I'm a little bit of a perfectionist. Did I spell something correctly? Did I not? You know, like it's a quirky thing actually, right?
And I mean, I guess most of the time I was in school, most of the people that I knew, I wasn't the smart kid, but most of them looked at me as one of the smart kids.
Yeah.
A lot of the guys, or maybe most of them in the oil field, looked at me as, you know, the smart guy on the crew or whatever. And so it's just, I've never felt like I was as smart as other people give me credit for. It's just that I think about everything obsessively. I just can't turn my brain off. And it's just always something going on.
Yeah.
So I just I notice things that a lot of other people don't because
you're a great
I can't
observer.
shut it off.
Yeah, you're a great observer. Actually, I would get you. You are like a little mini FBIer. You have a great observation. Yeah, you definitely do. But no, So do you have problems like going to sleep at night?
Oh yeah, every night.
Yeah, same. Do you have something that so I call it a mental margarita, where you just like, whether it be you exercise or you craft or you garden or something that you like, do you have like a mental margarita release, like something that you do that just like, you don't have to think about anything?
Like an actual margarita.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. An adult beverage. Yeah. No, that will work too.
I'm trying to start reading again.
Okay, good.
I was one of those people that it's another one of those things I just got burnt out on.
Yeah.
I did it so much. And my sister's a school counselor that used to be an English teacher. My mom is a retired English teacher.
Oh,
and it's just like, I was
Englished out.
Yeah.
Yeah. You need to read for fun now. Yeah.
And I do every once in a while, but it's kind of something I've been trying to do more lately.
Yeah. Same. I try. I literally have books for. I love like an FBI like murder mystery book, but then I also like autobiographies, and so I try to balance like what am I feeling? Like, am I feeling more like just like nonfiction, or am I feeling fiction? Like
I try to alternate. I try to do one book that's just fun, and then one that I learn something. But it's kind of
self-help ish. Yeah. Okay, well, see, now I don't feel so bad having like quirks because I have
all of them.
I do that, and sometimes some of like conversations like you say that have gone. I mean, again, no juicy, no tea, just conversations. I will replay them in my head, and I'm like, huh. But that's interesting that I do that with emails, which is kind of strange. I don't know why, and I've already sent them, but I'm like. And I'll pull it back up. Like, why do I do that? I don't know. I am a perfectionist, though, but I try not to be because, people, it's kind of hard to be a perfectionist.
And I was kind of bad about it to begin with.
Yeah.
And then I think as far as that goes, the oil field kind of ruined me.
Yeah.
Is, have a safety meeting every day before the job starts. And, they're telling you if somebody makes a mistake, somebody out here might die. And you just get to for me, I just got to a point where it's just like, it made it worse. It made me more like everything has to be right.
Yeah. Yeah. Gosh. Wow. The pressure, I can imagine. Like, things are not going right and someone could not be living. Like, that's a lot of pressure. A lot of, you don't have the choice to not be a perfectionist. You don't.
Well, I mean, not everybody out there is, but I just had to
button it up.
And I mean, knock on wood,
Yeah.
but in 16 and a half years, I was never there when there was a major
Oh,
accident or
that's good.
injury. And I mean, it's absolutely not just me, but I think that I was one of the people that did a good job at setting a culture around that. Oh, we're going to do stuff right. We're going to stop if it's not safe. All the stuff that they tell you to do every
Yeah.
day that most of the time doesn't happen.
Yeah.
I think I was fortunate enough to normally work with a really good group of people, and I was very forceful at times that we do things right.
Yeah. Wow. You're always calm, so that's a different Joey that I have not seen. Like,
I tell people all the time, and I think it's gotten to the point where people think that I'm joking, but I tell people a lot. Oil field Joey and real life Joey are two completely different people.
wow.
And
I could not envision, I mean, I could not envision you enraged and like cursing and like, like, whole, like, just like, right?
oh, there was a while where it was pretty much a daily thing.
Yeah, I couldn't imagine you. Cause you're like a calming spirit. I don't know. For me, you're a calming spirit, and I'm like the raging tornado, and you're just like, hey, and I'm like, and you're just like, hi, and I'm like, hi.
But I think that's kind of why. That's one of the reasons I had to get away from there because
Yeah.
it was just.
So much.
I won't say that it made me a person that I'm not.
Yeah.
But it definitely.
It didn't help.
I made myself somebody who I wasn't comfortable being anymore to
Yeah.
fit what I thought I needed to be to make things work, and it just. When I started, I was 23. And I was one of the youngest people there, and
Wow.
I'm pretty sure I was the smallest person there. And so I had to start being loud for people to listen and take me seriously.
Yeah.
And it just kind of
16 years is a long time.
progressively got worse.
Yeah.
And
Do you ever miss it?
I miss the people.
You miss the money.
I miss the money for sure. I miss the people I used to work with,
Yeah.
but I still talk to a few of them that I really enjoyed working with.
Yeah.
But the actual work, waking up at 3 a.m. and driving 2 hours to do a shift change and work 12 hours and then get relieved and drive 2 hours
Long.
back, and working in South Texas and West Texas, Utah,
Wherever,
New
right?
Mexico,
Wherever.
West Virginia, especially West Virginia.
Wow.
No offense to anybody from West Virginia, but I hate that place. I'm sure there are good people from there, but I didn't meet any of them. So, yeah, that's it was just the job isn't as hard as the lifestyle, or at least it wasn't for me.
Wow.
So, and the lifestyle just got to a point where it wasn't worth it.
Yeah. Well, I mean I think life teaches you lessons in a very strange way from your past experiences, and you're not in that position anymore, but you definitely have brought lessons to your current profession. So, I mean, again, whether you like to believe it or not, like, you are a calming spirit, and he's very practical, very rational, very calm, very easy. Like, if there's anything like, hey, can anybody help out? Or Master J just offers like, hey, I can cover this shift. And you're like, oh, thank you so much. Like, he's just so willing and helpful. So it's a blessing to have that on the team. So it really is. It really is.
I still have a lot of my management brain, and I'm just, I see like, hey, this could help out here.
Yeah.
I can do this instead of this, and it would help the team out. And the team is the most important thing. It should be for everybody. But what I try to explain it to people. I want to be the best person on the best team. Like, being the best person on a team that sucks. I mean,
That
I'm sure
sucks.
there's some fun, but
That sucks.
not the kind of fun that I want to have.
No.
So
You want to be on a winning team. Yeah. It's like sports, right? Like, I mean, you just want to keep winning. So
there should always be I always want things to be as easy for everybody as they can be.
same.
That was kind of one of the things that some of my mentors in the oil field taught me if everybody puts in, then nobody has to put out as much. Everybody works, then nobody has to work that hard. And a lot of people, never got it, and you'd always have people trying to avoid work, and that's kind of a thing that I guess that's kind of a thing that you have everywhere, but it's really bad out there because you're working those long hours, you're picking up heavy stuff, swinging a sledgehammer, one or two people deciding that they're going to sneak off and not do anything adds a lot of work to everybody else.
Yeah.
And being the smallest guy out there, it was worse on me because, I could do the same work that everybody else did,
right.
But it took more of a toll on me.
Yeah.
And
well, it's almost like you got to pick up the slack, right?
Yeah.
I mean, it's like everyone's working as a team to get it done, and like no one's slacking off so that the person is suffering.
Yeah.
I mean, that is a life lesson for any team, right? So, no, I mean, I definitely see your management skills and your calm skills and like your suggestions and your, just willing to do whatever you need to do to help the team out, which is definitely appreciated for sure. Because it's not like that everywhere, And everybody on the team has a 17-year contract, so they're like, yes, no, we don't have contracts, but no one's going anywhere, so don't even try anybody out there trying to recruit anybody. But no, it's a really good team. It's a great team actually that just does what needs to be done. So it's appreciated on all fronts. 17 brains is better than one brain. I mean, not that there's 17 people on the team, but yeah. What else do we want people to know about Jonathan Johnson? Does anybody ever call you Jonathan? No.
No, not really.
No. Yeah. No. No, he's pretty chill. Pretty chill.
I don't know. It's just kind of
Any words of advice to our friends out in the interwebs? I mean, I think you've given some really good advice so far, but any additional advice that you could lend out there? I know I put him on the spot.
Always try to be better.
Always try to be better. Yes. Yes.
I don't remember who I was having the conversation with, but I was trying to explain to somebody, like, the way I look at it, however long I live, whatever, ends up happening, the best version of me should be that last version. That second before it's over, that should be the best version of me. If the best version of me is me right now at 41, then I did something wrong. The best version of you shouldn't be at 40. It definitely shouldn't be at 20. You should always be trying to get better. And as other things get worse, then I'm getting better in, different ways. But I want the best version of myself to be the last version, the smartest, the most organized, because that's kind of an issue for me. The kindest, I want to be able to say, like, I was always working to get better, and I never looked up and said, you know what, that's good enough.
Yes. I agree with, it's funny. I agree with you on that. I think, which is why I like to be a perfectionist, because I try to be better today than I was yesterday on some ways and forms always, right? Whether it be on a personal level or professional or with the team or, my own sort of mental, what I'm feeding my brain, like how am I gonna be better today than yesterday, right? And then I also think about like which is why I asked the team, like how do we give back to the community members that can't do for themselves, right? Because we eat, sleep, live here, and some don't have the opportunities that we may have, and so how do we give back to the place where we live and eat and work in? So I think that's important too. But no, you're right. You were right. Trying to be better every day is a great goal. Great goal. You heard it from Master J, friends. Signing off, okay? He said it. He said it last. Master Yoda said it. Now I'm calling him all the names. Now I'm calling him all those. So we will have another part 2 on getting to know Master Johnson here, Joey Johnson. But if there's any stories that you want to email Joey Johnson at, it's jjohnson@ktlnews.com. And I know he checks his emails. Look at that face. Let me do that. Look at that face. Look at that face. So it's getting to know Joey Johnson. So jjohnson@ktlnews.com is where you can find that face with the thumb. Let me give you this one too. At J Johnson, and let me give you him again. So we will do this. Look at that. We will do this again. You can ask questions from him, but we will have another part 2. We may get down even more serious. We don't know, friends. More of a serious topic, more of world topics, more of maybe community affairs issues. I don't know. We'll see what happens. But I will tease you and say that there's some things that are coming up here on KTAL News now that you don't really want to miss out, because this space behind, I know you're like, where's the wall? Like, we're going to show you 360 eventually, and it'll be a little bit different. Can't give you all the secret sauce. Like, Joey's not going to give you the secret sauce to all his cooking, but we will give you a little tease. So don't go anywhere with this. Joey, thank you for being here one more time. Look at this guy with his glasses, with his smile. Yes, look at him. Okay, so friends, if you haven't downloaded the app, what are you not doing? You need to download the app, KTAL News Now. Go on KTLnews.com. Check us out. This will be airing, I don't know when, but soon. And catch us every weekdays between Monday through Friday, which is the weekdays, with Anthony Mock. I have there, and yeah, he's trying not to look at me. Anthony Mocklin. So he is with you at 1 o'clock. I know I'm just taking over because I just hijacked the space, took it over. But he's your go-to face. You can also email him, but you can email anybody on the digital team. But until next time, I'm Marissa Diaz. Peace out. Bye.